checking. So this is supposed to be live. I'm streaming live, that's what it says. I'm going to try to find it on over here. So I'm going to pause it for a second and then start it. No, I'm not going to pause it. Can you believe it? And I have my name in there. I have my channel in there. I might not be right on how I have it, but live justice hyphen please. It's not showing up live. So maybe do another video? I don't think so. I think PERVHACKER's stopping me. They did before. They had Justice Please with my emblem, the purple J, and some dog being dragged by SUV. And I take that as a threat and that they hacked my account. What else? A threat that they do something or have been doing something evil to my dog. And they want me to change my password on my account so they can take over. I'm not worried about a blog. Because they're not going to view it anyway. This is video. This is my stuff. This is my stuff live. And there's no justice. Big John. NBC News, no way. At the very beginning. Oops, nothing for me. No. Shit. PERVHACKER put it up on the Z. Okay, let's see. I guess if I'm not live, what do I need to do to get live? Google. This video is unavailable. Turn on the thing. I'm gonna mute it. Live. How come I can't see it? Private. Edit. I didn't make that thumbnail, so. There's really not a good picture for that. I have like 10 pictures. I'm not really worried. I'm not going to go back, so I can change it later. Where did they even get that from? There. Yeah, there's a thumbnail for you. How do you do that? I'm back there. Oh, tune. There goes. Okay, please check the video resolution, current resolution. It's not optional. Open widget. Wouldn't you think they go together? Is excellent. No data. Okay, so working. Please check. I can't do anything about it because it's live right now. A minute right now. What's the resolution supposed to be? Oh, let me change it because it's on right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna change it. So it's just good. It'll just be good. Try to see this smaller. Okay, so that's what I'm going over. I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm going to work on it. Okay, so on my computer, this is the login screen as of on June 10th. And that's what it looks like when you sign in. See, this is like nothing, but there's like, this is grayed out. This is like got a filter on it. And it does have my last name, but I never did that. I didn't set up my account that way, but I would get so busy or so many things just going on. And sometimes I'm not even aware of it for some reason. And this is on March 14th, this year I believe. As you can see, there's a shade in the background. Even though this was screenshot on July 1st, I found it. And there's nothing here. And again, guess I couldn't get enough of them. Or they would disappear and came back. Okay, so I found the connection to a default user, hacker, on my computer. And on that day's date, I was attending or getting ready to launch code and studying. I've been studying for days and hours and staying up and studying and trying to catch up. I was catching up and learning all that good stuff in SQL. I knew that I needed to go back and do some other things and go over the stuff that I kind of whizzed through. No problem. I was going to do it. I have full intentions of doing it. I love to do that. It's fun and creative and everything. And after I found this, out of nowhere, they just dropped. And this did happen. So that is another story in addition to this. So that's one reason. Okay, so things do happen in my sleep. But it wasn't on the 13th, and I don't know what happened in my memory. I could imagine. But it did actually happen on the 12th. There you go. So that changed after I found the default user. So it was either set up. I found, well, you can change screenshots on my computer by the hacker can at least. So from what my investigation was as of this time, from everything I was looking at and going through, that it had happened during while I was sleeping. It won't be the first time. Okay, so you see that got changed. I didn't do that. And I went in to look at users' accounts, and it was still just mine. And by the way, it's back to what it used to be in June, and I didn't do any of it. So next thing is, let's go to virtual hotspots. Yeah. Let's go out here. Users. Okay, so my iPhone. So on that day's date on my iPhone, I get those. I went through and got the connections. I'm missing them off of my computer. And the screen recording is missing the stuff I did too, because anytime I would have got something like this, I'm on it. I'm clicking. I'm screenshotting. I'm recording. I am not wasting time on it. I know something's not right. I got something. I will have copies of it. And not at 9 o'clock at night. No. Which it thinks I did at 9 o'clock at night. I got the recording and I got phone shots. But see, this says my phone was doing pictures at 9 o'clock at night. No, it was not. Well, it might have been, but no, I did all this stuff during the day. It got changed. That's all there is to it. I remember having things. I could find this stuff until I found it on my phone and then downloaded it. I had screenshots of all this and went missing. probably around the same date that they did. It went missing. So this is a boring, well, not maybe. So it's got user and default. So that's not me. And I knew I put one in here, but we're probably not going to see it because I don't remember seeing it today. So I'm going to go all the way to the end. But I don't think it'll be a problem to get there. Okay. So these are the paths to the default user and a connection. That's a group 2. I'm looking for group 30. This must be the group 30. Network connections. And when you click on that, you get I'm not going to get there. Well, there you see the users and everything like that, so it's changed since then too. Crap, I can't hardly get there, sorry. Why didn't you get more organized? It's there. I just did this. There you go. So when you clicked on users, I mean the network connections, you would get this. Right here. And yeah, that's launch code's IP address. And Wi-Fi was enabled on my computer. It's never enabled on my computer unless I'm down there. But the last time I was down there was March, and I know myself too well. I would have disabled Wi-Fi connections. So 191.6.95.1 was down there. And I was down there using their Wi-Fi a few times, and one time I really had this hard time getting connected. And they spent like 2 hours trying to get connected to their Wi-Fi. And there's nothing else I could have done, just sit there and wait for help or try. So whenever the help came, PERVHACKER let me connect before my mentor come to talk to me. Not before. Okay, so there is a virtual adapter, and I have never set up a virtual adapter. I've never been in a command line setting up Wi-Fi connection on a hotspot on my computer. Since somebody from launch code was doing something to my software on my computer on one day or another, because this doesn't get there for fun, for just like out of nowhere, like we don't know, but we are going to put a virtual connect. It doesn't get there like that. It has to be done. And I know that there's so I have this information. I have their DNS server. I have it. And this could have been that my computer on June 10th was Wi-Fi enabled, and I don't do Wi-Fi. It wouldn't have been I would not have had it set up on my Wi-Fi, but you saw the hotspot, right? I didn't do that. I had to Google this because I know a lot of things, but I know more now. So what is the purpose of a Microsoft Wi-Fi virtual adapter? It is. It is for sharing your internet connection, portable hotspot from your PC. And it appears after you set up your Wi-Fi adapter from command prompt as an administrator. Not me. I like Wi-Fi. I think it's great. I think you have to be very careful of it. But with the pervert hacker situation that I know that's going on, where they're trying to make it look like I'm crazy by being a pervert hacker, then I don't need, I don't use Wi-Fi. I'm always hardwired, and I still have problems with Wi-Fi. I mean, well, that as well too, but that, so, and you know, it wouldn't have mattered. This could have been going on. This is going on. This went on there, and the only way I can think of is how this could be useful. The only way I think this could be useful, and the way I did that, because I tried doing this as a sample before, and I was not talking. So there's a connection that somebody was using this information, that somebody was connected to my computer, and I have their IP addresses, and I have their DNS server, and this launch code just dropped flat. I mean, there's like no, kind of like no warning whatsoever. I was trying to catch up. I was doing my best to catch up. Nobody said, this is going to be your last day. No, they did this. I tried to sign on to class that day's date, and they just like, whoop, everything's gone. Everything on my Slack channel was gone. Any kind of response or anything, everything in launch code that I had worked on, all my work, all the testing, anything I'd done was just wiped out, clean, gone. Like they were guilty and trying to cover up themselves, like they've done something wrong. They just got caught. They know they did because I just found them. I found this. I found the network adapter. I mean, the default connection first. So from the default connection, the network connection, I clicked on that and I got this. Now, they're not the only people doing this. Somebody put them up to this. And there is the connection. So whoever put that person up to doing this to me is the reason why I have this going on. And I've already, okay, so, okay. Make sure it's still going. Hello. Now, I have so much to include. So go to iPhone, the default. And again, properties on it. I don't remember putting group 1, 2, and 3 on this though. Desktop. Group 1. There's group. Okay. I really need them, don't I? Re-emphasize. I can't move that. PERVHACKER's not letting me move that. Now they did. A little too much. So they took that down to like can't move at all, budge at all. Like the code for pause, and then the code for increase speed. Or probably not even that, just undo pause on mouse. Now I can't move it. So I move it like this, but I clicked on it and I can't move it. They like the number 19 because it has something to do with, the only thing I can figure out has something to do with 911, which I do not call. Or no, I don't. I try to call. I would call their office before I did that, if I ever had to. And New Year's, I mean, July 4th I had to because my neighbors were so noisy. My neighbors are involved into this too as well. So after I clicked on network connection, it went to those adapter settings. Now, let's see, where are we going from here? This is my connection. This is how you get to my connection. Whenever you hit my connection on my username, it goes right here. And at one time there was, so I found the network connection and the properties of it. Where did I find that? How come I forgot? I hate that when it happens. I better go back to default. There it is. So click on that and you get that. Show available networks. That's how I got there. It says you're connected to the public and you're connected to the internet. It says public network. And it is set up public because that means other devices aren't supposed to be able to see you. Doesn't mean that's true. Okay. Now there's so many open, I can't remember which one's what. So, let me just go this way. I can't talk right now. Ring her off for a second. Okay. There goes that remote, huh? I am looking for there. There's network discovery is off. Uh-oh. What I missed? I'm looking for IP address or being shared. Okay. So it is in the folder right there. So it's bore you even more. Just kidding. Okay, app data, desktop. Okay, this doesn't mean that's connected to that. It just means that I found this around that same time. And this is just another picture of it. So it says some of your accounts require attention. Shared experiences. Use all systems accounts to authorize action across devices. Manage your accounts. Looks like it's off, huh? Here we go. Now they've reprogrammed my software on my computer so this doesn't show up like this. Because you just saw the default user. Windows has detected an IP address conflict. Another computer is on this network has the same IP address as this computer. Contact your network administrator for help resolving this issue. More details are available in the Windows System event log. Trust me, I can get Micro Center to set up an event log or show me how. Alright, I didn't put them in the position to tell them. I asked them to help me do that. And they're like, why would you want to keep all that stuff? It would be nice now, huh? Okay, so when I found that default connection, even though this is June 16th, I did go through there and get more pictures on June 16th. And I remember doing that. So it was ether, and the Wi-Fi was connected. It was on. It was not disabled. And I got a picture of that because I would have. It's not around. It's gone. And there you go. That shows that there's 2 users on this computer. It should only be one. And I'm not prejudiced, but I don't like to be violated. And this is a violation. I have African American neighbors across the street that mixed race. One's black and one's white. They're married, I guess, or together. But they are not nice, and they are a part of this. And this is part of that you can tell they're a part of it. I don't have a lot of pictures of anybody. I have a lot of screenshots. I have pictures. I have pictures of family, and that's pretty much it. A couple of friends that were boyfriends. And they're white. Not attracted to black. That has nothing to do with this. But my pictures, and that's the only reason why I say that is because my mentor at Launch Code, when I asked him about this, I was like, well, do you have any pictures of that descent? And I was like, no. I'm not racist, but don't. Anyway, I was actually felt like I was getting set up to make it look like I was racist, but I don't want to push me either. You know, I don't want somebody to be racist to me. And nor do I want to be put in that position, especially like these people can help you get work. You know, as an apprentice. I'll make sure it's up and running because it was not. But see, I didn't do anything to it. So, but I have to keep this up here. So, anyway, this should not be here. I'm not sure how much you got out of this or how much is there, really. But, and there's quite a few of this. And then there's another one that looks like the guy's Asian. And today I got set up to talk to somebody about a job that I didn't even apply for, that paid really low. And what else? He wanted me from this Rose International take his personal cell phone number. And I was like, no, I'm not going to use your cell phone number. And he had bad connection on their phone. I was like, you shouldn't be having a bad connection on a business phone like that. Maybe a cell phone, because it sounds like you're outside. And I think he was doing it on purpose. And the reason why I think it was a setup is because of whatever I go through in the middle of the night, and also, let's see. I have been thinking about this one place I worked at. I was doing a temp job, helping set up Christmas stuff and the place I worked, there were some girls there that were really mean, and like they were like gonna hit me or something. Literally, I'm not kidding you. They gave all the signs that they were getting ready to destroy my phone, everything. They were trying to like make sure I got caught. It was weird. I don't remember all of it. I really don't want to, but the memory of those people started coming around, and I'm like, I'm not getting involved in that situation or another setup. And anything that's going to pay that low is going to have probably a setup behind it. And I don't need something to get set up to try somebody to start fighting with me or to push me into an argument or do something to me, try to make it look like I'm crazy or paranoid or something emotional. Just because they're busted and they're caught. And yeah, it has been happening. That was one of them. That girl was like, I'm going to ruin your iPhone, just watch them. I'm going to make you look bad. That's what she did. She tried to make me look bad whenever she was bumping into me. And she worked there. Okay. Alright, this is really strange, but it's true. I don't know how much I'll show you of it. I don't even know if I'm really live or not. Can't see. Does it come up or be? Okay. Alright, so it's my TV screen. And it is analog. It is just the antenna. But I seen server not connected on it like a week ago. And then on this day's date, they turned on Mary Tyler Moore for some reason. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take a picture of this. Now, I flipped the channel and came back. There was no Mary Tyler Moore on this channel. And I don't understand why anybody did that. But they turned it on how they got Mary Tyler Moore on channel, 4 or 5 or something? I don't know, but it was that channel. And those are our local channels, like 2, 4, and 5, and 11, and 30, but I don't really use 11 and 30. I used to listen to music all the time and not worry about the TV, and that is not happening. Not as much. Okay, come on. What am I doing? Going back to Mary Tyler Moore. So my modem, somebody's accessed it, and it's beginning turned off. And I have IP cameras going on in my home to make sure nobody can move around or whatever. And I have videos of information and items happening in my home, and I can't see them because it's kind of frozen. Why? Because PERVHACKER is there. That. Okay, so on July 4th, I'm putting my computer in my case, and the lights come on. Or they're not going off, I don't remember. But I turned everything off. They should have been off. And then I remember seeing lights on, so I'm like, picture. Somebody's accessed my computer. And it shut off. Okay. Now, all this stuff happened on the 10th, and I hate, the police are mean to me. They have defamation of character to me. They try to make it look like I'm crazy. and they play with the number 19. It's in a relative to, with figures or numbers of craziness, to the figure of 911. Crazy people. Because after analyzing this stuff, after years and years and years, you catch on. So on the 19th of June, I'm sorry, I gotta curl my hair and put this on the internet. I have been trying since then. I'm not kidding you. And even before then, you can see that there's this file. It's dated March 27th. I'm like, I'm going to do this again. I'm not going to get sidetracked from school though, and I didn't. But I did get a little. I got behind because of PERVHACKER not letting me, and they're related to not letting me use my software properly on my computer, getting access and rewrote to pause, or not doing any download at all. Okay, so my hair looked like this, and it was getting too long to curl and hold a curl. Or was it hold and curl? Not for very long, or anyway. And this is not a very good picture, but it's the best I could get at the time on that day's date, and it looks worse now. I think so. No, like this looks okay, but if you were just to wash it and let it go, it's just been cut this and cut that. This is supposed to be cut straight across, 2 inches off the shoulder. This shoulder, like my shoulder's right here, 2 inches down, not below my neck. So this person did this and was conspired to do this with whomever is behind this pervert hacking on my computer. Now, I know it was maliciously done. The owner knows it was maliciously done. 5 years ago it was maliciously done, but in a different way. She didn't let me see what she was cutting, because had she, I would have stopped her. 5 years ago it was sectioned out in 4, and she, why, wow, I was like 3, that's great, they're great, and then she goes, right here. I'm like, oh my god, you just cut right here, and this is like, I'm like, then she had to like cut it all short. So somebody has a problem with letting me curl my hair and looking nice the way I want to look like they got a control freak or something, or just that it's the serotonin level that's going on, the emotional hurt and pain that they're looking for and that they're trying to get for. That's what's behind this pervert hacker in doing that, in doing this. It's trying to give you a heart attack. It's trying to give you serotonin, which is a poison to your body. So, which would eventually kill you. Okay, so after I found this default hacker, I have an old Brink security system. It started going off exactly at this time, and I told you that the PERVHACKER does this kind of stuff. I didn't do anything to make it just start going off. Nothing. I did nothing. I was sitting right here at my computer, and it started going off, making noises like and I did, and I haven't done anything to it to make it stop, and it would do that in the middle of the night and come over here and take a picture of it, because I'm like, no, they're doing this for a reason, so I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I did. Not my phone. I don't think so. So that's crazy PERVHACKER analyst. That's not all of it. There's more. Can you see how much more? And how much more? For years. Now, I have been to my local police department. I've been to the county. I've been to the prosecuting attorneys. I've been to crime victims. I've been there twice, if not more. And they're all like, you have to go back to your local government. And I'm like, they have the right to override this. I've even called the state troopers. I haven't actually stepped in their office or anything. But the satellite station, that one I have, I've been to all of them. They would not let me drop a DVD over what I was going through at St. Louis County. He goes, no, that's nothing we can do. I got totally stopped by two probably traffic law chief police officers as I was trying to enter and go in and do something and talk to somebody about it. No, you have to go back to Woods and Terrace. Let them handle it. Well, Woods and Terrace, local police department, are the problem. They're, when I have talked to them, informed them, gave them proof, and all they're trying to do is like make me feel like all they want me to do is take some crazy medicine and try to make it look like I'm crazy. That's what they want to do. And I don't even know how good this is going to come. That's why I'm doing this live. That's why I'm doing this live. And I'm doing this live because they have, even the mayor, at my door. They be standing at the door. And I can remember the chief of police saying, you know, I take medicine. You ever think about it? Like, he wanted me to take medicine. Like, I need crazy medicine. And the mayor did the same thing. And both those were police a long time ago. And I had something happen in my house years ago. I've been trying to fight to get out of here, and they just could make me a prisoner here. I could try to get a job, and all they're going to do is try to tear that job up on me. I can't get out of here to get to a job. I can't get nowhere. They mess with my car. They mess with a lot of things. Anything to make sure that I cannot have any freedom away from this stuff. And no justice. Oh no, we can't give her any justice. We can't prove her right. We can't let her know. We can't let nobody know she's right. I know we just got all this conspiracy and get everybody else to do this all to her because we want to kill her. No, I'm serious. Like, I was in the hospital in 2014 and I was sleeping and I woke up and I was like, I can't get back to sleep. And there was a couple drops falling out of the IV. I didn't think anything about it. It was blood. And I still couldn't get back to sleep, so I tried doing a pain medicine. I still couldn't get back to sleep. And I thought, well, you know, maybe you should have them tell them about the IV, because I don't know anything about it. I don't know how to do it or anything like that. And this was in 2014. But the other stuff's been going on for 20 years. So they come in, they're like, oh my God. So they're going to take they take so much stuff. I had to have blood transfusion. There was so much blood on the floor. I couldn't see the blood. It was underneath the bed. How did it get there, I don't know. But somebody had to open that up. And my nurse at the time stayed and secured my room for the rest of the night. I didn't know that. My mom told me that, but anyway. So, I'm not kidding you about what I know when I say that's no exaggeration. It's really true. And let's see what else. So I have videos of people in my home. Take it to the police department, and they've done nothing about it. We've even me and the detective have spoke about it. They've done nothing about it. And I took Shinda to court because I have her. I can identify her. I know that's her in my home at 2:15 in the morning in February of 2018. But you take it. You can't hear it now. You took it. I took it to court, and they had the hacker on my computer muted, and I could tell that Judge Green, I could tell that He knew somebody was doing something to him. I could tell by what he did, by what he said. And I hope I can play this. I don't think this is very different. I don't think this. I know a little bit about what I'm getting into when I play this. I hope it plays. I don't know if I can do this online live. If I can't hear her knocking, then you probably won't hear it. I can't even hear me talking. So if you can't, I can't hear me talking. There she is. Okay, PERVHACKER's done something to it. I just turned up the volume on speaker. That's as loud as I can get on speaker. They've done something to it. It sounded really good the other day. I'm like, I got. There she is. What's the matter? Okay, so, and get out of that one. Come on. Now, if you go to the settings. well, that's been manipulated. Because you can't hear it. I can't hear it. And that's what happened in court. No, I'm not cast into a device. See, I couldn't move that. Hacker stopped me from moving that. I don't even know what could be happening here. There's no noise to this. So this is my outside east camera that has been hacked or manipulated in the software from my computer, probably with the default hacker, that the police are quite aware of because they didn't do anything about it, nor would they want to because they want to try to make it look like I'm crazy and I've got a problem, which is actually all illegal and they didn't even do their job. So this guy has a flashlight shining it in his webcam that's reflecting off of a sign on my driveway, and you can see him, and you can see him. And when I talked to the chief about the pictures I got from this, I just got pictures. I didn't even think about a video. And he goes, like, he knew my phone and my app. He goes, why didn't you get a video of it? And like a couple weeks later, I see the video button at the bottom of the screen on my iPhone to get this, because this is where it was coming from. I was getting this from my iPhone app, from the camera app. And no, he's not in the driveway. And yes, it's reflection and he's just having a good old time doing it. And actually, to me, at that time, this person looks like the alderman. Or not the alderman, but the alderman's husband. And he was something at City Hall meeting. Like he was, so they went to a meeting. He was an alderman, but he was like probably overseeing it all, kind of like. But his wife is my alderman, and she is just like, all they did was like make sure they had groups that had granny stuff to do. I mean, I'm good with that. I like crocheting, that kind of stuff, or whatever, but I don't have the time for it. However, it's not about gathering seniors together to go, let's complete this. No, I tried calling him, and he would hang up on me. He would not let me talk to her. I emailed them. Did I get a response from her? No. The other one I did, and she goes, well, I see a face, but who is it? And I'm like, I don't know who it is. And a little while back, I don't know. She's gone from there. I don't know. She moved apparently. And the safe woman in there, I was like, so the police got all this and did nothing. They just want to like, what doctor you seeing, what medicine you taking. So they're behind it. You're like, why don't you move? I'm trying to get us jobs, stay stable, and move. Do you know who's in my business? The police are in my business. I worked a part-time job, and I worked 4 hours. I got paid for 4 hours. I should have got paid. I got paid for 3 hours, and I should have got paid for 4. And I went to the gas station, and I checked my bank balance. And the very amount that was in my balance was the same amount, the exact same thing to the penny, at the gas pump I drove up to at a Quick Trip on 5th Street in St. Charles. And then when I get home, turning into the subdivision area, there is Officer 403 plate number, and how many hours did I work? 3. How many hours should I get paid for? 4. How many hours did I get paid for? 3. His plate number is 403. And it's like, ha ha, I did this to you. And that's exactly how they work. And that's exactly how I need to take it. And that's exactly how I should take it. It happens too often. And it has happened way too often. That, even though that might sound weird and crazy to you now, it's not. And I have that much proof and more. This money journals. Okay, so no. So this guy is in my home talking to me in my sleep, and he tells me to say this. The police did nothing about it. They didn't check his voice out. They didn't try to check his voice out. I have no idea who that is. The police did that. And you know what they wanted to do? Oh, let's get you into some counseling. And they went with me, and they're like trying to tell the counselor that I thought it was somebody else from years ago that assaulted me. Like I had PTSD. I'm like, where in the world did you come up with that from, lady? She was a female police officer, Officer Gardner. Judy Gardner. I was like, you are kidding me. I walked out of there. I was nice. I was like, she got my emotions up. I wasn't yelling. I don't remember. I was just like, what? I was just, the doctor knew that I had never, ever had any inkling that this was going to come up, because I didn't think that way. I don't know who that is. I didn't drink at that time. I did smoke, but I was not drinking, and I did not know who that is. And I was like, they planted this guy and this person in my home. They had to have. That's why they're not doing anything about it. And I got another picture from the IP camera when I first had it in my home. And they're not doing anything about it. And I got video here and video there, and they're not doing anything about it. I try to stay stable at work, and I want to stay stable at work, and I want to get a good paying job. No, I can't get past my computer. So I'm pause for right now so I can get reorganized here. Hey, I'm a survivor. I love to exercise and eat right. And God just said, keep going, girl, you got 'em. And I do. Just can't get people that are in authority to do anything about it, because they're scared of the system. It's like a conspiracy. They have to be on it. He says somebody's paying them off to do this. But I don't see the police paying them off, but I can see them stop whatever they do. I don't know. But I do know they have been very ignorant to me, and I have video of them being very ignorant. They told me not to call them again. So, for right now, I'm just going to pause, and I'm going to get my stuff together and get more together, and I will be back. Because I said I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do this today. I got the stuff. I'm doing it. I have to smile because it's really good for you. Hmm. There's 3 of them. Okay, so I found a little bit more. I'm going to probably, I don't know if I keep doing this intermittently or just come back tomorrow and do it. You can't believe how many times I try to get dressed up to do this. And I can do nothing to get more prepared than what I got right now. Okay, so do you see this? Isn't this just sweet? Change your account name. Change your account type. Manage another account. Da 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 da. Oh, looky there. Oh boy, oh boy. Now, this is mine. Change your account type. Where's change your name on your account? Change account name. It's not there. I cannot change my account name on my computer because it's connected to PERVHACKER's computer. By the way, I haven't seen that remote access in Configuration Manager screenshot, but it's there. I have it. It should have been in one of those default accounts. okay, so that's it, honestly. And that's the only user on my account. There's no other user. If you would go in there and like, remove the users, there's no other user but me. You would have to remove me. I guess you could do that. Alright. Might pause again. Oh no, here's another one. So the other day I was doing backup because I can't get the webcam to work with me in it because the pervert hacker wants to mess it up, and I know why they want to mess it up, because if they can mess up you hearing whatever you're going to hear, seeing whatever you're going to see from me if I'm not talking. But if I'm talking, it makes it harder for them to do so. So if you're seeing me, just like you could see in that one video where I'm in it, and I'm like, I am so lucky I did that. Felt really kind of weird and like not ready to do that, and I can remember. I can barely remember doing it, and I don't even know why I did, but I did it, and I'm like, I'm glad I did this. And I have this because you can hear her, and it's harder for them to manipulate with me talking in the background, or me doing a screenshot and me in it. Oh my god, they can still mute it. See, should be at 100% here on volume. Oh my god, they took it down. Oh my god. No, it should be at 100%. Oh, that's their cover up for what you can't hear on the videos that you should have been able to hear. That's their cover up. Because I never change it. It's always at 100. Never change it. I never change it. So they did, not me. I never change it. I've set it at 96 today, and I took a screenshot of it. And that's all I did. I meant to put it back up to 100, but I didn't change it to 96. But I remember taking that screenshot. I did take a screenshot of it. And I took a picture of it on my phone, I think. I was like, oh no, I was like, why would I want to do that on my phone? Oh. So they're trying to make it look like I'm whacked out still. See, it's just like that. They just do those kind of things. Like I don't have the volume up. That's not true. Thank God I got that screenshot earlier today. I didn't change it. I have no reason to change it. I have nothing to hide. Nothing. I have more to prove than I have to hide. I have more to prove. That's all I got is stuff to prove. I have nothing to hide. Anything that would be embarrassed about or anything is because of pervert hacker and the conspiracy and people what's in charge of this life. Which I really didn't want to get their name out there, but guess there was a reason for it. Just be thankful it's out there. Alright, come on, computer. What's holding you up? And Russians. But why? Said, well, you know, when I don't understand something, I have to go look it up and then Usually there's double of everything. Wow, it's not usually that low. Only they're not usually that low. I got disc C and disc E, and whenever I backed up stuff, I got um, two of them. I was like, I have never seen two of them before. Actually, the only thing I can remember seeing is the CPU memory and either. I don't remember seeing four, let alone the E drive. So that was missing. So what happened here I don't know, but that's not good, is it? And usually there's like two things here. So usually there's like whenever it's got a scale, it's got like this and then a perforated one, which I was just starting to learn how and why that was happening. It's not usually that low. Anyways. Okay, screenshots. Let's go. Still didn't come up. Oh, yes. No, they didn't come back. I don't see any of that. Come on. That many screenshots. Come on. You mind if I just pause this for a second, please? Thank you. So I didn't do anything different. It just says it thinks it's working on it again. So I just ran through scroll through all this, and then it does that. And I don't know if I've ever, I know it hasn't done that before. It should have been working on it before. Come on, finally. There, doesn't want to get it up and running. Doesn't want to show you. Finally. Hey, how about that? 96. At August 11th at 4:14. I haven't even. I don't know why I didn't move it up, but I usually do. That's what I do. I put that all the way at 100%. I didn't touch it since then. I don't have any need to. I had to check it and make sure it was up there. And then I got sidetracked by something else. Probably dinner. Or close to it. Or, no, that was this. That's what happened. That's what started over here. That, my Google account, Justice Hyphen Police, was hacked. And they had some SUV dragging a dog. And my dog has been messed with recently. And I assume the dog died because it was getting dragged. And it would not surprise me if they've been messing with my dog. And it would not surprise me if they've tried to kill her or put her in a position of being sick enough to die because of this. Trying to get back at me or to stop me from doing this, which. So I've gone through how many dogs since I've lived here because of them? 20 years. Pretty much every 5 years. They don't let it live after 5 years. It'll end up dying instantly for some reason. Pause. So let's see if I can replay it. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm gonna I want better life. I'm not complacent. I've been trying. Thank God, I love technology. You know what I was going through before I had technology? And that went to the detectives, and they never called me back. I left several voicemails, I left emails, and then somebody at the court said, why don't you file a small claim? So I tried to do that, but they said, no, you gotta file the trial court thing, whatever, civil rights thing. So I did that, and it didn't play in court. So, and then there's like this. And this is how I think Shinda got in here, right? This guy's hiding in my house or something. This is too long. I will skip till I get there. There it is. See right there, there's a hand going up. That's coming from this side, that's a closet area, and over here, I've tried to do better. I've tried to get out of here, I've tried to have a better life. But I can't get anybody to believe me because the police have tried to make it look like I'm crazy to everybody. So if I go to any place, even a hospital, all they want to do is commit me. And I already tried it once. That was enough. So here I'm going to replay some of this just at the beginning where you can't see his hand. There, did you see his phone or flashlight? I think he's a midget. And the police planted him in my home. And that's how Shinda got in. And I can't see him because I've messed with my mind enough. Whatever they've done. But I should be able to see him. Now, in the last few days or weeks, I smell cigarette smoke, like somebody's smoking in my home. But not like, it's more like a cigar smoke or a vapor smoke. It's just disgusting still because I don't smoke and I like perfume smells. I'm like, yeah, I'll take bed and bath or the really nice perfumes that aren't like too strong for me any day of the week. I'll wear them and wear them and wear them. I love the smell of them. And I'm like, why do people smoke when they could be smelling like that? Because they really smell bad. I did smoke. I was a smoker. And I smelled like that. And God knew what I was going through. See? Did you see that? I don't get that good of a picture too often. Because they always got a film over it or something. They always have some kind of filter over it where I can't see it. That's the pervert hacker. See that? There's just no way it could be a normal sized human being back there. It's just way too close to the. And they want to call me crazy, and they know this is happening. And I went to the city alderman. I went to there. And then the chief thinks I'm going to meet with him because he wants to set up a meeting for sometime. He told me to call him, and I got all my stuff together and all ready, and just gonna Bluetooth it, let him hear it, and this and that. And he sidetracks me, and he doesn't let me get involved into it. And the little stuff that I did get out of him was like I would wake up and think somebody, wake up thinking I should get somebody that's homeless to move in my home. Not a very good idea. However, those exact words and the exact rhythm of them, he said to me that day. Like, hint, we planted this guy in your house. Why don't you go crazy? Hint, God's protecting me. I'm not. There's a reason. And that's not the only thing I've woke up and heard in the morning. A lot, and a lot, and a lot more, and a lot of different people too as well. Like, Shinda? Never. Never think it's Shinda for some reason. Never. But it's pretty much, if you think you got somebody hiding in your home and the police are okay with it and they planted them there, do you think he's still here? See? Now that's on vacation. Can't even go there, and he has to come with me and follow me. And I'm sleeping in bed. I don't know what's going on, but I can't wake up to this stuff. And I have a right to be left alone and sleep. Sleep. Normal sleep. Let God take over, not pervert hackers. So they have to go with me to wherever I'm leaving if I'm going to stay out of town. It has to be because I they they got to make sure that it looks like I have to say it's happening everywhere. Well, that's in Florida. All the way, I was there 3 days and it started happening. Not first day, not second day, but the third day, third night, and that's the night before I left. I'm not sure. Where's the volume on this? Check it. Now, I have proof that he is talking and has been talking because I can't hear it on my computer. But I have friends that I sent it to, and they're like, "Do you hear what he's saying to you?" No, I can't hear anything. They're like, "He says this to you," and I'm like, they hear it because their phones and their equipment's not hacked, where mine is, and they're muting the video, and I can't hear it. And I can't hear it until they tell me on text, and then it starts coming in very low, just a little, like, let's get down here. That's not it. I want to go volume. There we go, make sure it's there. It wouldn't matter. That could be all the way up to 100, and they're back there at the command line saying sound, let 100 be 5. And then sound control software thinks that 100 is actually the volume of 5. I really wasn't going to start with that, but So, way back in, what time? A long time ago. So, that's like 8 years later or something like that. So, my back door casing, yes, it needs to be cleaned up and painted. Um, it's one of those things you need to put on a to-do list. So, these are marks of somebody trying to get in, and I'm sure that they got in. But when I had my daughter, Danielle, this was on the outside front door. And I told Butch, police officer Butch, he's a mayor now, of this. And he just ignored me. Ignored every bit of it. I showed him video from a pinhole camera that my ex-husband set up, that there's somebody at my front door and they're bothering the dogs on the inside enough to do damage to my front door. And you can hear the footsteps, and it sounded like a police officer's, because it wasn't a tennis shoe, it was a hill. It sounded like a police officer walking on my front porch to bother my dog. And I have a neighbor down the street named Mary, and she goes, years ago, she goes, I wouldn't trust those. I locked myself out of my house, and I got in, and she was like, why don't you have a call to the police? They'll come over and break in for you, no problem. Like, they do that. Like, I got I read that, like, later, like, I analyzed it, or, like, maybe somebody put it in my head during the middle of the night, that the police are coming in my home when I'm not here. They're breaking in my home illegally. But they have permission, because they're police. And I grew up where police were perfect. They didn't do things like that. They were good people. They didn't do wrong. Boy, Blue, do you know how many years it took me to wake up to that? Still have a hard time. Okay, so I have a Gateway PC. Some people probably never heard of them before because they don't make them anymore. It is nothing but Linux, Debian, SolidX, and Ubuntu partitioned. And it is getting turned on. That's pink. That means somebody has access. Somebody did something to the battery on it. Why it's closed. So it has to be recharged. It has to charge up, and that means it's charged all the way. But this happens a lot. I must have 50 pictures of this happening at different times. So it's pink when it's charging. So I'll be walking from the kitchen into here, into the bedroom, and I'll be looking, oh, what? Somebody accessed that gateway again. And you see, I don't mind resetting it. It's just that it's 32 bits, so SolidX is kind of hard to get there, and I would have to go to Ubuntu, but I'm more familiar with the SolidX and the Linux and the Debian version, which I don't mind doing Ubuntu. I have done that, and I know a little bit about it, but I have all that St. Louis Coda Girl stuff from memories from doing that Harvard Coder programming in C, items on it. I mean, I listen to it and I know it. I've listened to it over and over and over for years because I downloaded it all, and I couldn't really do that with a video because I was led to believe it only had like 2 gigabytes on it. So to download anything, I just do it MP3s. And then I learned it had 32 gigabytes on it, and I just, wow. Just anyway, I gotta go on from there. So I use it. Oh, I've used it a lot, but just getting this stuff done, I haven't used it, and I like to exercise and use it for a video for the exercise too. Maybe this is it. Oh, I hope so. Oh yeah, okay, so this was a long time ago. Alright, so I sent this to IC3 probably back then, just recently. I'm not going to hear back from him because he's stopping it. PERVHACKER. So anyway, so I have, as you can see, remote access. And it's not supposed to be there. And this is on the August 19th, 2017. But I have all that other stuff. Who's stopping them now? Who's going to do anything about it? I do matter. I'm supposed to be here for a reason, and you don't have a right to do this to me. If you don't want to be doing the right thing in your life as a police officer or IC3 or whenever I say something's happening and you just like, what medicine are you taking? Are you conspiring with the whole group of the mean people that aren't supposed to be doing this? Well, that's why I'm live now. There's the windows. I wonder if it's the same one. And I'm not kidding you. I've heard a lot. And they know this. They know like how much I have in my bank account because they're watching me on my phone. And they like to put. And I'm going to tell you this: I have missed money. But I don't have the time to take and prove it because they have me sidetracked going here and there, picking up their messes and cleaning it up. You should see the stuff they've done to my car. Oh, I could get into that too tonight. View your network properties. Okay, so this has got all, this file's got all, all of the original IP addresses from launch code, from the virtual adapter, from the Wi-Fi, all that stuff. So I'm trying to put it into a backup. And I have this on my computer and I'm trying to put it into an external hard drive, and guess what? I almost just like overlooked this and just said, my computer knows what it's doing, just fine, don't let it go through, try to go in and change the name of it. And I was like, what? Look at this file. No, they don't want this file in there because it has the IP addresses on it. With the remote, with the virtual adapter on it. That shows all of it. It shows the DNS servers. And they didn't want me to put it on an external hard drive, and it is there. And they're trying to stop me. It looks like it's just a natural thing, but it's not. I had to do I literally had to open this folder up, copy everything, make a new folder, put it in the same thing, and then paste it. I could not put this in there because PERVHACKER did not want it to go in there, because they did not want me to have external hard drive backup of this information. And I'm not going to open it up to you. You saw enough. It was like 269.254.1 or whatever it was of a launch code. See? It's a desktop, and this is my backup drive that I'm using. Okay, so on that, and I have more. I did better. I did this earlier, and I have better default connections. I don't don't know why I'm not seeing what I should be seeing. I think I should be seeing. I have like there's screenshots of the sharing going on, and it shouldn't be doing it. I'll go into here, see if I see it. No, it's not there. So they don't want it. It's missing. Users. Let's see a different way. Maybe it's not here. Okay, so this shows the network, there's the internet, and that it's a screenshot of it. And if I take a screenshot of network properties, that means there's something wrong. And I was like, oh my god, there's network properties that's showing up. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I got that screenshot. And I was thinking that it was something else at the time, but anyway. Right here. Can't see it very well, and this is what I've been looking for just recently. Share. And you don't see a female in there. You don't see a figure like me in there. You see two guys. One is an Asian looking guy and one's African American or Mexican, whatever you want to call them. We have Mexican, we got African Americans, and we got Asians. And white. There is, I wonder why I couldn't see this before. I had to go into it this way. There's the remote access, the shares. Even though it's not connected right now, they're not going to let you see them. But it looks pretty connected to me. If it says shares and there's this stuff going on. And it has an IPC. Internet Protocol, Internet Personal Computer. I don't know. I know. This has something to do with their connection. I was like, why can't I see this before in this folder? There's the hidden camera. I had to go into look at it in a different view, didn't I? And that's what I need to do, because that's normally how I look at it. Come on, let me open it. They're afraid to let me open it. Oh. What? See if I can get a better screen. Alright, so I just found this. I mean, I'm getting rid of any user that's not supposed to be on my computer but me. See? User default. If it's a default, then I'm going to be the admin on it. So that's going to change. Hidden CM. Now, when I Google this, it said hidden camera. And yeah, you can't put them on your computer, but I don't know how it actually sees you, because I've seen it in this. I saw it. See history. I can't get back there. They won't let me get back there. Whatever. You think it's going to take me back there just like I should go back there? No. Oh, alright. But there is one there, so. Okay. So, you see, it says hidden camera. I thought that was like stood for my sister's initials. I'm like, okay, hidden camera. So they're accessing my webcam, maybe, or my webcam's usually got black tape over it. How about this? They put, this is really far-fetched, but if they can get into the Bring security system and change the password on me and make me use the guest for years and disappear any access of me being able to have any access to change it and get in my house and hide, talk to me in my sleep, they can do all that. Trust me, if you can put in any way whatsoever to see me through my screen, they will find a way, with the black tape on it or not. Some kind of hard. I don't think it's possible, but if they could figure out a way to do so, they would do so. That's all I know. And they could figure out a way to mess with my thermostat. They figured out a way to mess with my car. And everything I could tell you possibly would sound. And my sister would be saying, "No, you don't want to get married." Why? Why would you want to think that? I got the opinion. I thought she just didn't like being there or whatever. Now that I think about it, has crossed my mind. This would not be happening if I was married. Nobody could be doing this to me if I was married. I would be divorced. And before I can even get into a relationship, because I conspire with anybody that I would possibly want to date, and then they can't do anything except for go with them because of the issues of the police and the control that they have, that they just have to do that kind of thing. So they whimper out. And there's not much of a relationship because PERVHACKER doesn't want me to have one. They get jealous. And they do other things. They like, how'd Shinda get in my house? Yeah. And Dan, one of my friends, Dan, there's a lot of Dans. He was like, when he heard that video, he knows Shinda. He was like, there's a man's voice in there. So they let the guy's voice play in this. I heard it the first time, but second time, third time, I couldn't really hear it. I heard it the first time. So they have two highlighted here, and usually I can only highlight one. There's my user account. Yeah, when this opened up, it flipped on. So it flipped. So network properties was off, and then it turned on. It flipped. It wasn't just set where it should have been. So this just looks like it's shared. I didn't do this. I wouldn't know how to do this, and I don't know anything about that to do this. And if I did do that, then I don't know what I did to do that. And there's that Wi-Fi stuff. And there's more. Obviously, you can see that there's more. There's a lot more. Let's see if I can get it going. They changed, they wouldn't let the file format on a PNG. They don't support this file format on my computer. That's the software they're rewriting on my Windows and Microsoft. So oh, by the way, they have a toggle string. I've been into their default. So you can go into default, and then it'll take you to a toggle string, and it'll take you to a screen that hold on, where's it at? That goes between their computer and my computer. So I'm trying to find out where I was at. So since what do I have up? This. Let's go. That. Okay. So I set up a monitor, and I was like, whoa, how did I get a screen like that? A TV. I just set up a TV monitor. Wow, how did I screen like that? I've never seen that before. And then the next day I found the default user. This is another one of those things. So I'm learning SQL. I already know a lot about it now, but I don't know all of it because they wiped me out of my class and I couldn't get enough time to catch up. I would have stopped and not done any of this, not worked with any of this, and just tried to work on getting through that class and catching up. I would have done 24/7 trying to do so because I want to make more money. I want to be better as a person, and I want more out of life than what I live and always have. It's just that I couldn't climb or do that because I couldn't prove what I had going on then. Back then, because I had the technology. And thank God, God was open the door for me to do that. I've had so many people phone me and try to make me quit technology, and I was like, no. I knew that this was what I needed to do, and once once I got one or two things, I was just like, no, there's something going on. And even though I can't prove it, and I've had people even get mad at me telling me try to put this stuff. I'm like, no. And I've even had people like there are like counselors and people like that telling me like, no, stay off of that, stay off of that, stay off of that, be scared of that, you know. And stalkers, be scared of that, be scared. I'm like, nah. Do not tell people that. Tell them to go all the way out. Just learn as much as you can and prove as much as you can, and that's what I did. And they're like, no, the stalkers, they'll fight you, they'll fight you, the hackers, they'll fight you. Like, no, don't tell people that. Don't make people scared of technology. No, make them brave, make them stronger, make them catch up people. See, if they catch them because they're doing wrong, then they can get in more trouble. If somebody's following you, they're going to get caught nowadays. Your phone pings, ping, 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 pings. And nowadays, everybody's got an internet some type where they have, the only way they're going to communicate with you is that way. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night soon. Okay, so this is on my doubles. I think, yeah, doubles. So I can't read this very well, but I was reading it. I'm like, this is a double. Look, this is doubles. Like starting database, MSB eventually. Like, how come this is doing this twice? So why did the server is this living 14 and this is the hackers? Because that's like the thing that loops back to your computer, like it checks back anyway. So this might be mine and that might be theirs, but there's two of them. So there should only be one of them. And the same up here. So several connection providers ready to accept connection on this. And then they opened up this. So I don't know like who did that or what they were doing. Then server name on Vicky's PC, which used to be the name on my PC until somebody changed it, and I don't know who changed it, but that's part of the hacker's way in or something like that, because I can put something downloaded on my computer and it should be in my file and everything like that. But then when you go to properties and go look at it after you downloaded it and you extract it and you start working on it, you go into properties, it'll go back to this other account. This is my name and the last name. And I'm like, I can't get to that account. I cannot access that account. I cannot find it on my computer. Like if I would just go into users, default, it's not there. And it has that African descent, or that black man with my name on it. So they're using my name with that. So the person has to be black because they got black stuff on it. Oh yeah, there's You should be, they're doing something strange with the screens here. This is a screen, and this is a screen. And they should not be this way. They should be the same. They doubled. So one was the perverts and one was mine. And this is Fillmore's screen recorder that I got. And I could never get into this and get it to work right. And this person who's hacked my account has contacted this person at Fillmore Screen Recording and has made them be ignorant to me whenever I ask for help. And there's 2 accounts here, and one's mine. One's the hacker's. And they converse with I sent them, the guy seemed, anyway, so when the guy got back with me, he literally hung up on me and was like, don't call here again. And it says, okay, so this is the hackers. Like I said, they toggle. And you might think, oh, no, that's control, whatever, whatever it is. I forget whatever you can do to get this. But it's not. And they have their computer on a different day's date. My computer is on 4:07 p.m. at 7:05. No, that's a screenshot. So it's on 6:10. This happened on 6:10. So it's happening at 6:10 on this day's date. And they're on June 6th. I don't know if I can get that any larger. I don't know how much harder it is. So they're at June 6th. That's what they're on. That's the PERVHACKER's account. This is the shared stuff that I was trying to find. And that doesn't look like me. And I have no pictures of that kind of stuff on my computer. But apparently your computer senses or sees this kind of stuff from something. And I think this is a very smart thing that Microsoft did. However that got set up, I think that was very, very clever and very smart. Because that tells you that something's not right. If you're a white female, that tells you something's not right. And then it's here too as well. This is that account. I think. I can't get into it too far because, yeah. And no, it's contacts. Which I don't do on my computer because that's not me. And I don't know how these servers got set up. Yeah, there you go. I can't find that account. I can't go in here and find that PC and local C. It's not there. This is all that's there. And now, after that June thing, they put libraries in here. So there's libraries here now. And it wasn't there before. See, if you go over here, so that's the hackers. That's as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so that's enough of that. The videos, this video is unavailable. I should be still live. I think I'm still live. I should still be live. Is it still recording? No, it's paused. Are you kidding me? That's not supposed to be paused. It wasn't supposed to be paused. I would not have thought that that was paused. I went through all that and that's paused. I guess I could go back through it and see where it ended up at. Who paused that? Not me. Did it pause here? That's dangerous. Okay, so there you go. That's, if it was paused there, I don't know, but I did not pause it. So that is at where it should have been at today's date. There. And they think they're going to get me to give up. I'm not either. Whew. I don't know how much got paused because I didn't pause it. There's libraries. We just went through that. There's remote connections. Now I'm going to go, like, where did this come? Remote connections. I don't know how far it's been paused. Okay, here. Come on, PERVHACKER. Come on. There it says, local area network access from remote. There's the IP address. And this has gone to try to give it to court and the judge, Judge Green. It's gone through IC3. It's gone to the FBI. I stepped it off and dropped it off at the FBI. And the guy got back with me some kind of crazy comment. Like they've been conspiring with a pervert hacker. And his name was Andrew. And he worked for the FBI. Why would I remember that? Because it's an easy name for me to remember. Another computer on this network has the same IP address on this contact. So that means, from what I've heard, that somebody is in my home on another computer of some type of device accessing my computer. And they rewrote the software so this doesn't come up anymore, but they're still there. Okay, so that's enough of that. So the pervert hacker paused me, and I don't know where it was paused at, so I would do my best to go through what I have been recently going through. Oh, there you go. See if that'll play. I don't know if this is in my house or on my computer. Ooh. That's not true.
So I hooked up the speaker system to hear it better. Now it's staticky. So I hooked up a speaker system to hear it better. Now it's staticky.
Somebody's telling me to remove this, I'm looking at files on my computer to see if I could clean it up stuff, and this happened. It's like I can't tell you if it came through my computer. I can't tell you if somebody was in my house watching me and told me to do it. I don't know. But I don't. This is not the first time I have this. I mean, this is the first time I had that one. But I also have something else. And I don't have my computer set up with anything like Siri or anything. Let's see. Oh, I was probably pausing and then starting again looking for things. Well, that's a new one, isn't it? Now I can go look for the other one. I'm looking for whispering or whistling. And it's a folder. Okay, so I put a file on here saying something about whispering or something like that. And it is a file, and I named it that. Okay. There it is. I think that my dog's snoring. I've never heard that before. So I just try to open this way. See, I didn't even like this. I don't even know what they just did. I just did not even hear that. And I was listening to this video again, and I'm like, oh my god, that was really happening. And I just like blocked it out. Like, somebody could be in my house and I wouldn't even see them. Here it is. That is really true. There, and I have another one of them too doing that. That's not the first one. There's another time. I think it goes down here. It's like down here farther or something on one of these videos. Yeah, see, that's the pervert hacker doing that to me. Just drop it here where I have copied it. There it is. Do you hear it in the background? I just heard it. It was very low. They do so stupid, mean, crazy stuff. They don't want to be in trouble. Let's see, I'm going to change this. No, you can't, yeah. Rename. Oh, maybe it was up here. I don't remember, but anyway, I heard it somewhere. Here, maybe right. Whatever I can get rid of Popeye, so there's another one. It's like really light in the background. It's just a very low. Oh, I don't know if it... Hello. Okay, so I don't know if this is the same or not. Yeah. That is a video. And there it is. There it is again. I just landed, or a pervert hacker let me land on it. Okay, that's enough of that. And I don't know what you missed. Okay, I think that's enough for tonight. Yeah, who would want to see a blog like that? So bye for tonight, everyone. If anybody cares, have been watching. No trespassing. Ever here. Okay? These, I hope that somebody legally that has a lot more intelligence than some of the conspiring people, which is illegal to do, can do something about it, or find us and do something about it. Thank you. God bless. Excellent health to y'all. To you, I do have a in-laws that are from the south, so God bless to all of you. Stop streaming. Are you sure you want to stop? Bye.